as I have said, we are still very young. None of us have wasted their time such that they can sit down and say, it is too late for me. We all have that opportunity to get there. So what I'm saying is, maybe you've landed in a career that you didn't like. And you're there, you are unhappy, you just wake up and go to class for the sake of it. So even if you're in a career that you don't like, just be patient, complete that career, just get that certificate. It is going to land you a job. And once you start doing that job, it doesn't mean you have to stick there. You are going to start doing your own things, which I am sure are going to prepare you to your success. So even if you've started a career, a training in a career that you don't like, don't give up along the way, don't drop off, just be patient until you complete. What of those who have completed colleges? You've graduated, you're sitting at home waiting for a job to come. You've applied 1,000 times for a job and it's not coming. No one is calling you for an interview. And if they call you for an interview, wanakuambia, we are going to call you. So if you have graduated or you have the papers, don't just sit down and wait for the correct job to come. Just grab any opportunity that comes, right? Maybe your neighbor is looking for someone to work on their shamba. Or maybe your neighbor has a motorbike and there is no one to ride the bike. I'm not telling you to settle for less, but at least do not sit down idle doing nothing at home. Because you already know that idle minds become a devil's work. Whoever said that is very right. You know, even for me, sometimes I'm not working, maybe I am at home the whole day. I feel very bored, very boring. Your mind goes crazy and you wonder what to do. So I'm just imagining somebody who does that day in, day out. You wake up at 11, you stay at home the whole day on your phone, watching TV, you sleep, you wake up the following day, the same routine. At least find something that you can do. I have seen graduates who have not yet gotten jobs, lakini huyo jamaa ama huyo msichana anachukua ile kibuyu ya kahawa. You know it? Anachukua jioni, anaenda kuuza nini? Kuuza kahawa. They are making an extra coin, is it? I have seen others selling smokies by the roadside. So they are doing something before they get their job. And that one, you are creating an inspiration to others. You will one day sit down and give a message to people that I started with this and now I am right here. Is it? For me, I've never been employed. I started my job of motivation with schools. I was targeting high schools. And I started with the local schools around here because I am from around. Somehow I am from around. The first school I gave a talk is Kamandora Girls. And I told the principal, now please give me a chance, just give me a chance to speak to these students. I just have a word of encouragement with them. And she asked me, Simon, how much do you charge for a talk? I told her, no, madam, I don't charge anything. I'll just do it for free. She gave me a Saturday. I came to that school. I talked to Form 2s, I remember. And the talk somehow was an interesting talk. And on Monday, the principal calls me. And she tells me, Simon, I want you to come to my office today. To come to my office? Nikashangaa kwani what happened? Kuna msichana alipotea ama ilienda namna gani? So I went to the office and she told me, welcome and have a seat. My girls were very inspired. They were very excited. They are really motivated. Would you please come back on Saturday and talk to my form force. I couldn't believe what she's saying. And before I left, she told me, pitia hapo kwa basa, upewe fare. How much fare do I need to pay from Kamandora to Limuru? So I expected basa ataingia kwa mfuko, atoe shilingi 20, anipatie nirudi wapi? And I was given 2,000 shillings. And I thought about it again. What if I can make this a career? I went to the next school, Genia High School. I didn't get the job. I went to another one. They declined. So many of them declined. Having gone to so many other schools looking for opportunities, being declined by very many of them, I did not give up. The second chance I got in Nairobi school, I talked to Form 2s, a topic on drugs. Just before a few days passed by, I was called in Limuru Girls. I talked about careers in that school. Now the progress I have made today is because I pursued what I wanted with a lot of vigor. So you must not be employed, is it? You can employ others, and you only employ others if you employed yourself. Let's not just sit down. Do something. And in most cases, do what you like most. I've seen people make mistakes. Don't follow what you've seen your friend follow and gone through successfully. Identify something that you love and enjoy doing. Is it? Another mistake we make is this. You've heard that people are doing so well in online jobs. You try online jobs. Unaenda hapo, unajaribu, unashindwa. You exit. Unasikia watu they are doing very well in tours and travel. You open a company on tours and travel. You work on that, unajaribu, unashindwa. Unaenda kwa real estate. Unafungua ingine. You'll waste a lot of time and you'll end up achieving nothing. I heard about this story from someone who was telling me, or who was telling us that you will be like this person who is going to a forest to cut a tree. And you're here, a forest has how many trees? How many trees are in a forest? Very many of them, is it? So you want to cut a tree, and you start cutting one of the trees with your axe. Ukifika pahali unaona hiyo haiwezi anguka, si ndio? You go to another one. Unakata, unaona hiyo ni kama haiwezi. You go to another one, and another one, and another one. Will you ever cut any tree successfully? What if you concentrated on one? Would you have done it successfully? So my point is, whatever you start, you must start something that you've thought through. And you have made up your mind, no matter the discouragements, no matter the setbacks, I'm going to pursue it all the way to the end until I go through it successfully. A career is something you need to enjoy. I've seen people who go to work just for the sake of it. Wacha tu niende kwa sababu sina namna nyingine ya kufanya. Let me just go because if I don't go, I'm going to sleep hungry. Don't work for the sake of it. It must be something that you enjoy. You'd rather quit that job if you don't enjoy that particular job. I've seen people who work like they are exiting, like they are waiting for another job tomorrow. What of a situation where we schooled together, we got employed together, but you seem to be making much more progress than me. You look happier than me. You look like you can do far much better than me. Somehow, there is that spirit of jealousness that strikes in. And we start feeling, you know what? Huyu ni mwizi, labda ni mchawi, tunafanya kazi moja na yeye. It is just a matter of managing yourself. Is it okay? And what I would want is to see us enjoy what we do, and after enjoying what we do, we make progress in life. Because you enjoyed what you're doing, and you loved it, and you felt good about it. Is that okay? So let's pick careers that we're going to enjoy the rest of our lives. Good. Something else that I would like to mention is that maybe you've seen people get into careers and you feel that their career is not a very good career. Maybe, I don't know whether you've observed it, but when I was in school, we used to say, mimi siwezi kuwa mwalimu. Oh, nifanye hiyo kazi yote. Did you hear people say that? I saw my classmates and I heard them say that. And some of them today are teachers. And you know what they say? I really enjoy my job. I enjoy my... Don't look at some careers and say, mimi siwezi enda huko. You never know what the future is holding for you. Maybe you are born to join that career, but you refuse to go there because of what others are saying. And therefore you end up in a career that you are not meant to join. Is it? So don't listen to what people say about a particular career. Be that person who can make up their mind. Regardless of what others say, you are able to make that decision and you stick to it. I was checking my notes and I came across this. A Bible verse in Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 10. Whatever your hands finds to do it with all your might. For in the realm of death, where you are going, there is neither working, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. In simplest terms, ile kazi ambayo utaweza kufanya ama utapata ya kufanya, do it with all your might. Because we are here temporarily. Will you want to leave a significant impact on earth? Then in whatever you do it with all your might. The other day I was in Nyeri and in my normal interactions with people around there, I saw some motorbike guy. It was not an ordinary motorbike guy. Helmet yake ni ya white, reflector yake ni ya white, jacket yake ni ya white, trouser yake ni ya white, kiatu ni ya white, pikipiki yenyewe ni ya white. You can imagine a motorbike guy who is in white. This guy is standing out. I looked for him the whole of that day because I wanted to say hi to him. And this guy gave me a business card. He even have a business card. Anytime you're in Nyeri, please talk to me. I'll take you wherever you want to go. A motorbike guy. Those of you who have been in Thika, I'm sure you've seen some other guy somewhere just before Blue Post. Some guy who directs you to a Taj Garden with some sign language. Have you ever seen him? That guy, I was talking to him the other day. And he was telling me he has done that job for the last 6 years. I even have his video on YouTube. I'm going to give you my YouTube channel. You're going to find him there. And he said amefanya hiyo kazi kwa miaka 6, ni kazi ambayo anaipenda, kazi ambayo anaienzi, and he enjoys doing that job. So in whatever you do, you can do it with all your might. You enjoy, and it's going to give you that feeling of fulfillment. But then as much as you do that, sometimes you make a mistake. You start a small business today. You want it to make millions within 2 months. You get employed, maybe even at Equity or in Safaricom or wherever you get employed. And within the first 6 months, you want to drive a BMW. One thing I learned is that you got to live one day at a time. If you cannot afford to take lunch every day, you can sacrifice that lunch for the sake of a better tomorrow. If you cannot afford to maintain a car, you don't have to buy that car. It can wait for next year. Don't try to match or to compete with others. That unnecessary competition is what messes us up. You've been there for a few months. You want to be in the same league with your colleague. Let's be patient and we grow in our careers. I was interacting with one of my mentors last week, and he was telling me the greatest advice I would give to a young person is be patient and grow in your career. For example, if you've done Bachelor of Commerce or an accounts course and you get that job in the bank or in an accounts company, stick to that company. Even if they pay you little, grow with that company. Go for those trainings. Go for those seminars. Get that patience of growing. Your colleagues right now may look like they are doing far much better than you or your age mates. But if you're patient enough to grow progressively, one day you'll overtake them and you're going to realize that the patience was worth it. I would like to take a few questions from you, I'm sure, especially now that we're just about to go for lunch. We may not have much concentration. So I want to take a few questions. But before that, I would like you to get out your phone. I reward you with some airtime. I give my audience some airtime sometimes. So get your phone ready.